Good afternoon. This is Nani from Booties and Bonnets. I'm back again. I have two of my reborn dolls here. Welcome for all of you who are joining me. I have little William, the Ireland sculpt. I created this sweet little boy, and I thought I would change him because I haven't changed him in a few days, and I just love this little guy. He's got the sweetest expression, and he was one of my first dollies that I reborn or created. And if you're new to this channel, I have painted some of my dollies or created them, and some I've bought from other artists. But yeah, so this little boy, I fell in love with that sweet little face, and he's got kind of a baby blue eyes, kind of sky blue, very kind of a deeper blue. And I love the way his hands kind of open up. He's got like open hands, and I put quite a bit of veining on him. That's kind of how I wanted him to be. And I love the way his hair, I decided not to leave him bald. I wanted his hair painted, so I painted his hair. And this was toward the beginning of my journey in creating these sweet dollies. So, but I thought it was time to change him. And yeah, I hope everybody's doing well and staying busy and enjoying the summer. It's like half over. It's hard to believe, isn't it? But it does go fast. And so, yeah, I have Gabriel here, and he's a Blaze sculpt. And he's wearing, I'll leave this little outfit on him, but he was born, let's see, February 13th, 2021. And he's a Blaze sculpt, and I rooted his hair. I have a really good tool that I use for rooting, and it doesn't do micro rooting, but it works out perfect. I'm not into the like one hair in each, one hair in each little hole. If there's two or three, that's okay with me. But I thought he turned out really adorable, and I painted this little guy, and I decided to name him Gabriel because he just looks like little Gabriel. And he's got a lot of modeling and very faint paint. His cheeks are not too rosy, just kind of very soft cheeks or rosy cheeks. And I love his little hands too. He also has open hands, which I really love about him. And I just fell in love with this sculpt. He came from Bountiful Baby, I think. Yep, he's a Blaze sculpt, and it was he was from 2012. So or the sculpt came out at that time. So this sculpt is no longer made. So it makes it pretty special. I like that, the fact that I have a baby that we don't see too much anymore. And I think he turned out really sweet. I just love the way how he looks at you, and his eyes are just very expressive, and his little mouth is closed. He does have a magnet, but he's got kind of a little serious look to him. But I just adore this little guy. And so I love that green on him with the little ducky. It just looks perfect. I love that color. Especially in the summer, it's nice to have pastel, softer colors on our babies. So anyway, I'll put little Gabriel here, and we're going to dress William. And I wanted to just chat a little bit, and then maybe I'll read a little storybook. This is a storybook for little tots, and it was actually from what year? It was established in 1856. Let's see what year it was written. There must be like a copyright here, but I'll have to see. But anyway, my mom gave me this. Oh, it says February 1959. It was when this person got this book. So it's quite old, and I love the illustrations. One thing with with books, we have to be really careful that we make sure we write down who it was written by and who it was illustrated by, and the copyright and that, because we want to respect the publisher or whoever published it. So, but I thought I'd read this after I dress little William, and I just love old children's books. I always have, and I love this one with the little boy and the little girl, and they're sitting in a little chair, like an old-fashioned chair with the braided rug and the kitty cat. I just love that. So we'll maybe read one little story from there. And so I'm going to dress my dolly. Yeah, William, like I said, he's been in that outfit for a while. And so I'm going to move him over here. And I'll make sure he's in the, that you can see him. Right, little Gabriel. You get to just watch your little brother getting changed. So, let's see, we'll turn your head. Let me check to make sure he's on. Yep. He's just fine. So little William is going to get changed. And, yeah, I'm always thinking of topics that we can talk about. And it's been kind of a busy week for me, or couple weeks. My mom is in her 80s, and she took a bit of a fall a couple weeks ago. And as her daughter who lives in town, I'm the one who has to deal with any kind of unforeseen circumstances. So she took a fall, and we took her to the ER, and thank goodness she was fine. They did CT scans and made sure nothing was broken. And I was very thankful about that, because you always think, gosh, once you get older, the potential of falling becomes a lot easier. People fall and they can really get hurt. And but I was glad that we took her to the ER and had everything checked out, and she's home. And I've been kind of doing a little bit of physical therapy with her. I'm not a physical therapist, but I do like exercises like with her legs and her arms to kind of strengthen her muscles again. And I don't know if you knew, but I was a caregiver at one time, and I took care of older people for like 15, 20 years, on and off, and then I raised our kids in between there. And I learned an awful lot about, taking care of older people, like in their 70s, 80s. And I loved doing that. I really enjoyed it, and you met so many neat individuals or people. I met a lot of wonderful people during that time, and I got my CNA certification, so I learned a lot about many things. When you're a CNA, you have to know so much. Medications, how to help assist a person to get changed, dressed, showered, get them to, how to transfer to a wheelchair. There's a lot that you really need to know, and it's not just a matter of, okay, just figure it out and do it. No, it takes a lot of training, and I commend a lot of CNAs who have to do this every day, taking care of older senior citizen, older seniors, and it takes a lot of patience and a lot of work, and a lot of them are not paid very much. In fact, I think they should be paid more, but anyway, so with my mom, I have been doing a few exercises with her, and even though she didn't get hurt badly, she did have kind of a bruised face, and that's gradually getting better. But I think just the fall kind of scared her, and she mentally, I think it affected her a little bit. Like she's kind of laying in bed a little more. She doesn't want to do some things that she used to do. And so I'm kind of working on getting her back to her normal self, doing things around the house and that. So, yeah, so I've been spending some time at my mom's house. And yesterday we had a nice visit. Oops, I hope little baby baby William is showing in the camera. I'm not sure. I went over to her house and we visited a little bit, and I said, Mom, in every stage in our life, there's always going to be hurdles. Teenagers have things they worry about or things that happen. And then in your 20s, there's things, that we have to confront or that come up unexpectedly or whatever. And when you're in your 30s and in your 40s and in your 50s and so on, like 60s and 70s and 80s. And I said, and with each hurdle that we go through, we kind of have to try to adapt to that, adapt to the changes, and realize that that's just part of the age that we're in or whatever. I mean, even like just raising kids and getting married is a big hurdle for many of us. And when you get to be in your 80s, you worry about falling. Your mind wants to do many things, but you're not physically able to do the things that you used to be able to do. And I said to my mom, you know what? It's okay to get help. That it's not embarrassing. That not to be afraid to ask for help from, she has somebody coming to her house now. And I said, there's nothing wrong with asking for more help if you feel you need it. And yeah, so, and as a daughter, caregiving is a very tricky thing when it's a family member taking care of a loved one. It's a little trickier. And sometimes it's better to let somebody else take care of your loved one. I mean, you can still support them and do things, but you don't want to take away that relationship you have with your parent or whatever. They're still your mom or your dad, and you want to keep it a happy, positive relationship. So that's why my mom now has somebody who comes over and helps her out. And luckily my siblings and myself were involved, and we really keep tabs of how she's doing and how things are going and that. So it's been a trying couple weeks, and my mom's gradually getting back to her old self. It's got to take a little bit of time, and sometimes she needs a little motivation, and even like the exercises I'm doing for her really they're to strengthen her legs and her arms, and I think she knows that. She knows that that's really important because she wants to keep her independence. So anyway, so yeah, I'm glad I'm doing what I'm doing, helping my mom a little bit, and it feels good to know that whatever I'm doing, every little bit helps. And so anyway, here's little William, and he's all dressed up in his little summer outfit. It might be a little bit big on you, William, but oh well, that's okay. Yeah, I haven't been shopping too much lately for my reborn dolls. I haven't gone out and looked for baby clothes lately, but hopefully I'll buy another little outfit sometime, and especially I need some for like 0 to 3 month old boys. I need more of those, but he sure is a cutie. I'll put him over here, and we'll read a little story in my book. There we go. Right, William. Yes, you're a good boy. Now he's happy because he's all changed. There, and I'll put your, let's see, we'll put this on Gabriel, this little giraffe, and we'll put this little doggy. He can hold a little puppy dog. So, I gotta straighten out the pillow. Make sure they're on. Yep. So I'll read my book, and so yeah, it's been a trying couple weeks, and I'm just every day I pray and, thank God for all the little things. That's really important, and try to keep positive and just, whatever happens. Sometimes we don't have control over things, and things just happen, and so I'm trying to, handle things and do the best I can, and yeah, that's the way it is, right? Yes. Plus, I've got children that I still worry about, and my husband, so I have to keep, make sure that their needs are being met and all that stuff. So my children are adults now, but you still worry about your own kids. And yeah, so let's see, what little story could we read? Let's see. I'll read a quick little story here. Oh, let's see. Oh, this one's a little bit long. Maybe we'll do this one with the kitty cats. The Big Mouse Hunter. One rainy spring morning, Mrs. Melinda Cat called her kittens into the snug kitchen. "You may each have one catnip crunchie," she said. "After that we will practice our dancing." So they're the little kitty cats. Look at them all dressed up. Their little dresses, and Laura, Dora, and Flora, the kitten sisters, put on their new checkered aprons. "We love dancing," they purred. "I'd rather have another crunchie and then go mouse hunting," meowed their brother Thomas. Mrs. Cat frowned at her only son while she set the table. "My dear," she purred, "all gentlemen cats should know how to dance." Thomas climbed into his chair. "But I'd rather hunt for mice," he replied. Mrs. Cat threw up her paws in despair. "Mice, mice, mice," she scolded. "That's all you think about." Then she tuned her violin while the kittens ate. When they had finished, they all took their dancing positions. Oh, look at them all dancing. And while their mother accompanied them, they whirled to the Pussycat Polka. Mrs. Cat was just beginning the second chorus when the door opened. Into their kitchen bounded Billy the Pup. There's Billy the Pup. And let's see, the dangerous cookie thief. He pounced straight toward the plate of catnip crunchies. Uh-oh, there he goes. The kitten sisters were so frightened that they covered their heads with their aprons, and Mrs. Cat snapped 3 strings on her violin. But Thomas leaped forward with an angry "Sss." "Oh, the kitty cats," he said. Immediately, Billy the Pup fled from the room without snatching a single crumb. Yeah, kitty cats, they know how to hiss pretty well. Oh, there's a kitty cat, and let's see, and the little doggy, yeah, Billy the Pup. They're all dancing. "Dear me," exclaimed Mrs. Cat, "how brave our Thomas is." Then she gave him a motherly hug. "Someday you will be a very successful big mouse hunter, I am sure." Laura, Dora, and Flora hugged him too. "Please have another crunchie," they purred. "Thank you," meowed their brother. "I did work up quite an appetite." See, so there's the mother and the baby kitty. So I've always loved old-fashioned books, older books, and I love the illustrations. They're so neat. But I just wanted to come and share what I've been up to, and thanks everybody for your wonderful comments from the last video. I really appreciate that you watch and comment, and I'll be back again. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.